Pick up two.
It is September 30th, 2023, and today is the last day of teal season. And it is my first teal hunt of the season. I have been insanely busy, and it's been hard to find time for a hunt. But more than that, it's been insanely dry, making any spot that I'd consider an option impossible to hunt. Louisiana experienced quite the drought this summer, with 20 inches below average rainfall. The rice fields by my place were empty of any natural water, and the marsh down south looked even worse. Any hope that I had to teal hunt this season was on hold until we got some water. It was so hot and so dry that wildfires started to spread in different areas of the state. It had all of Louisiana praying for rain. But the Lord heard our cries, and in His timing, it started raining. And now with a little water in the marsh, we were able to hunt. My good friend Corey Kirk extended an invite to join him, his cousin David, David's wife Josie, and of course Boone, down in the Louisiana marsh. Now, Corey did warn me that it's going to be a gamble, being that there's been so little water and he hadn't been able to hunt the marsh all season, to which I responded with wholehearted gratitude to even get the invite to go. The dry spell had made me want to be out there more than ever. The contrast between not hunting pitted against the current opportunity to be out here had us in good spirits.
Yeah, I'm glad you're here videoing. We may never see the marsh like this again.
Yeah. Not even the swarm of mosquitoes and the slow start to the morning could dampen our mood.
I wish it'd stay like this forever. 2 inches of water. We're at. You got 20 minutes. Oh.
And I think I speak for more than myself in saying we were ready to shoot some teal in the marsh.
Yeah. I don't know if it works over here. It didn't look like it. I'll land it out in the middle of the water. All yours, Josie. Sit, 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 sit.
I was hitting behind him every time.
Boom.
And it's my first time shooting this gun at a bird.
Oh, just glad it came back. Yeah. Maybe it would have. Sit. Yeah. Boom.
One more.
Huh? Oh. my girl, Josie. Chad, did you whisper that?
Pretty much.
There's one.
It was close. I didn't want to spook.
I know. You look young to me, David.
Yep. I think they're all hens too. Oof up here.
Oh, there's two to my left. Get ready. She was like, when we have kids, that'll be their toy room. I was like, why not put their toys in their room?
That's exactly what he said.
Hallelujah. He did take off. Want to try him, Dave? Yeah, we can. 1, 2, 3. Good shot, Chad. Boom. Yep. Yeah.
Corey up high.
Stay on that one, Chad.
Say when.
Go ahead. Chad.
Ah. I missed a sitting Doug, bro.
Go ahead, Chad. Go ahead, Chad. Sit. Boom.
Little redemption shot.
Shoot the 2.
So once 9 o'clock rolled around and the birds sort of stopped moving, David and Josie decided to pack up in order to make it to some prior commitments on time. Corey and myself stuck around for a short while longer, which made for some really good conversation. Making a contrast between two things can be a really useful tool. A decent 10-bird hunt contrasted with not hunting at all made me feel like I had limited out. I mean, I'd probably consider myself a pretty decent shooter if I wasn't contrasted against hunting next to a couple of folks that, for the sake of my own pride, I have to call them a pro, but in actuality they just take entirely too much time off to hunt. That's besides the point. I'm talking about the usefulness of contrast, and in conversation with Corey, we got to looking at the contrast between our righteousness and the righteousness of Jesus.
Yeah, so I grew up in a Christian home. Mom and Dad went to church. Brothers went to church. We were there Sundays, Wednesdays, and any day in between. But you know, I wasn't a tyrant of a child. I don't think. I knew about God. I knew of Him. I studied the Bible. I could recite plenty of verses, and you know, was just as a child. I was, I guess you'd say, obedient. But all that head knowledge, all of just doing right wasn't good enough. My heart was still not in the right place. I was, even as bad as it sounds, I was headed for hell, and I needed God to do a work in me, and I needed a new heart. And I realized that, it wasn't about having all the head knowledge and just being there in church. And So at a point, I just, repented of what I'd done and put that in the past and moved forward from then on with a, change of heart and a new heart, I guess you'd say.
The simple truths are as followed. First, coming in blind and pulling out 10 teal is better than being too busy and it being too dry to hunt at all. Second, it's worth having people with you who can actually hit the teal when they fly by your spread, even though them being there may hurt your pride when they see you miss. And third, our righteousness will never measure up to the righteousness of Christ. God is holy and perfect in righteousness, and it's this contrast with Jesus that makes it clear that we need a foreign righteousness in order to be saved, which this foreign righteousness is His righteousness and makes us acceptable to God the Father. And so as we trust in Jesus for that righteousness, it's then that He gives us a new heart that desires to live in righteousness.